Thanks for joining News 3 Now at 6. I'm Amanda Quintana. Beloit police are investigating a shooting on the city's east side this afternoon. Officers responded to a report of shots fired just after 12:30 on Dewey and Keeler Avenues. Authorities are asking the public to avoid this area as the investigation continues. Anyone with information about that shooting is asked to contact Beloit police. Just 1 block away, Beloit police are also investigating a deadly car crash that happened just before midnight last night. 3 people in 1 car were taken to area hospitals. 1 was pronounced dead at Beloit Memorial Hospital. 5 people were in the other car. 3 passengers were arrested for underage drinking, while the car's driver, Jose Zuniga, is in custody on suspicion of homicide by intoxicated use of a vehicle. The South Beloit Police Department in Illinois attempted to stop his vehicle as it was passing into Wisconsin, but it was not chased into Beloit. The accident remains under investigation. A track worker at a New Richmond Raceway is dead following a school bus race last night. Officials say 62-year-old Edward Nicholson died after the bus rolled onto him at Cedar Lake Speedway. The bus became undrivable after a crash before it rolled over. This was the first night of racing at the Speedway, which opened after the Safer at Home order was struck down earlier this week. That accident remains under investigation. The Dane County Sheriff's Office is looking for a man connected to an armed robbery early this morning. Madison police responded to the Speedway gas station on Lake Road around 12:30. Officials say the man parked a forest green sedan with no license plates and damage on the driver's side in front of the store. He entered and showed a handgun before demanding cash from the cashier. No injuries were reported. Anyone with information is encouraged to call the Dane County Tips line. Let's get a look at your first warn weather with Dana Fulton. Dana, we got a little sun today before some of those clouds moved in.
Yeah, we started off the day with sunshine, and now it's a little cloudy, a little breezy outside, all in front of our next chance for the rain that's really going to develop overnight. Here's a live look right now of that mostly cloudy sky. Temperatures are in the mid-60s, but our wind speeds in the mid-teens. So showers and thunderstorms are going to develop overnight. Tomorrow it is going to be much cooler outside, but by next week it is going to be mild again. We'll be back to the 70s and maybe even into the 80s for the first time this year. We do have an alert day in the forecast for tonight and Sunday. Some of this rain coming through could get quite heavy at times, and localized flooding might be an issue by the end of the day on Sunday when the rain starts to taper off overnight. We'll take a closer look at some accumulation totals and timing in just a few minutes. Amanda?
Thank you, Dana. Operations at Wisconsin state parks remain the same after Governor Evers' Safer at Home order was struck down by the state Supreme Court this week. Gabriella Becerra visited a park today and shares how the guidelines are working.
The Supreme Court ruling didn't change anything here at Governor Nelson State Park. Wisconsin state parks are still operating under those Safer at Home guidelines that include lower capacity limits and different hours.
It seems like everybody's been very respectful, and that we haven't had the issues that we've had before.
Front offices are closed, so cars can drive right in. But guests are still required to have park stickers on their cars.
And we don't really know when our offices will start to be opening, but right now all of our parks, the offices are closed, and people are required to buy their park stickers either online or over the phone.
And although you might not see them upon entering, staff can be found throughout the park.
So we still have staff that are patrolling the parks, whether it's our conservation wardens or some of our park rangers. We do have people that are still patrolling the parks, making sure that everybody is, abiding by any rules and regulations.
Another new rule limits the parks to 75% capacity. To keep track of this, Conservation Warden Supervisor Nathan Croplin says they monitor the parking spaces, adding that it hasn't been an issue yet.
Encourage people to come out. However, we still want people to be smart about how they do it. Still consider social distancing and just doing the responsible things to keep everybody safe.
Just fresh air, being outside. Since you can't really go anywhere other than essential places, it's nice to go somewhere.
Susie Baldwin says she's visited multiple parks since reopening and finds that most people are following the guidelines.
I've read enough about it that being in outdoor spaces is safer than indoor spaces. I have young children, so I definitely don't let them use park equipment or bathrooms or anything of that kind, but being out in the fresh air I think is good.
Well, Governor Evers' Safer at Home order was set to expire on May 26th. There's still no exact date for when state parks will return to normal operations. At Governor Nelson State Park, I'm Gabriella Becerra, News 3 Now.
State parks are still closed every Wednesday for cleaning and camping. State parks will remain closed until May 26th. Today, we're seeing a steep decline in the number of confirmed coronavirus cases from yesterday, but another rise in the percentage of positive tests. Health officials are confirming fewer than 300 new cases today after 498 new cases yesterday. They're also reporting 8 new deaths. In total, there are now nearly 12,200 confirmed cases and 453 deaths. Today's percentage of tests that came back positive is up to 8%, a 2% increase from yesterday. As you can see, it's the first significant jump in the percentage of positive cases in 4 days. Although we're seeing an upward trend in the percentage of positive cases, the state remains at 4 of 6 of the gating criteria outlined in the governor's Badger Bounce Back plan. Wisconsin still hasn't hit a downward trajectory of influenza-like illnesses or COVID-like cases reported over a 14-day period. Nearly every state is open in some form across the country. Statewide restrictions remain in place in Massachusetts and Connecticut. But Harvard researchers say only 9 states have met testing levels and are safe to reopen. The rest have fallen short. CBS News' Danya Bacchus reports from Los Angeles on efforts to balance saving the economy and saving lives.
It's like Christmas Day.
It's finally things are getting back to normal, it looks like.
Wonderful.
Near Sacramento, California, diners celebrated a chance to once again eat at a restaurant.
They wiped off all of the tables. They had menus that were disposable, so people weren't reusing them. I feel like they're doing a really good job, which makes us feel a lot more safe.
Safe behavior is what New York Governor Andrew Cuomo says is needed to prevent a second wave of the coronavirus.
How you act will determine what happens to you. Literally, will I get infected? Well, it depends on what you do.
Cuomo says the daily number of new cases in his state is declining, but he expects to see an increase as certain regions begin to reopen.
Hey, how are you? How you doing?
New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio handed out masks Saturday in a sprawling Queens Park. It's just a few miles from Elmhurst Hospital, one of the nation's early hotspots in the pandemic. In North Carolina, phase 2 of Governor Roy Cooper's reopening plan would allow overnight camps to operate this summer.
As a mom and a grandma, I don't think it's a good idea. Not yet. I think we need to take things a little slow.
And at Metropolitan State University in Denver, freshman nursing students were allowed back in the classroom for essential hands-on training.
To start draw blood, and then she was showing us how to insert an IV line.
It took weeks of conversations with officials from all over campus before the lab class could be conducted safely. Danya Bacchus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
For the first time, the FDA has given emergency approval to an at-home nasal swab sample collection kit that can be sent to specified labs for COVID-19 testing. The Republican National Convention is now just 100 days away. It's currently scheduled to start on August 24th in Charlotte, North Carolina. The RNC's chairman says they're still, quote, full steam ahead in planning the convention amid the pandemic. Nearly 50,000 delegates, members of the media, and guests are expected to witness the renomination of President Trump as the Republican nominee. Meanwhile, Congressman Justin Amash will not run as a third-party candidate for president. The Republican-turned-independent congressman from Michigan tweeted today that after much reflection, the circumstances would not lead to success. Last month, he announced he would be exploring a presidential run as a Libertarian Party candidate. Amash made waves last year as the only House Republican to support impeaching President Trump. The pilot of the helicopter that crashed in January, killing Kobe Bryant, had no drugs or alcohol in his system. That's according to the Los Angeles coroner, who released reports of all 9 victims today. A preliminary blood screening had showed a presumptive positive for methamphetamine in pilot Ara Zobanyan system. More definite tests performed on his liver confirmed there were no drugs present. The NTSB is still investigating what caused the helicopter to go down. Still ahead on News 3 now at 6. So a local couple is celebrating their 70th wedding anniversary. Their message for still being in love after 7 decades. And tonight on News 3 now at 10, how the family of the little girl who asked for dog pictures is honoring her memory 6 months after her passing. That's tonight at 10.
Creating family memories is what Maple Leaf Landscaping is all about. we design and build outdoor spaces that bring people together. Landscaped spaces for any size family. Functional, beautiful, a place everyone will enjoy. And it all starts with a free visit at your home by one of our landscape experts. So call Maple Leaf Landscaping today and have us create an outdoor living space for your home.
Well, it's going to be a beautiful sunny day today, and we can expect much more of the same over the next week.
Motorcycles are not invisible. But they can seem that way to drivers who aren't paying close attention. Look twice for motorcycles. Seeing them is saving them.
This is our home. We've never seen it look quite like this.
But there's no mistaking it. And it's our job to protect it.
Because the best people to fight for our communities
are those within them.
So if you've just bought a Volkswagen or were thinking of buying sometime soon, we're here to help with the community-driven promise.
When you can't dine in, then get it to go and support our restaurants during Madison Magazine's Restaurant Week to Go. 2 weeks of fabulous to-go menus you'll love. Visit madisonmagazine.com for details and menus. Restaurant Week to Go, presented by Kesnick's. Food service design, equipment, and supplies.
I guess there is still cleanup to do.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
This year's Walk for Dyslexia looked a bit different. It's put on by the Madison Area Children's Dyslexia Center. The event went on as planned today, but instead of the usual format, participants took part in the 5K from their own neighborhoods and homes, plotting their own routes. Then they shared their photos on social media. They were even able to share the virtual event with friends and family from out of town. It's the biggest fundraiser the center has, and that money is more important now than ever before.
It's particularly important for all of us to get outside and to support our nonprofit because this COVID will certainly affect our income, and it is a beautiful way to get outside and support your community.
She's just done so many things that are beyond, what we expected because of the center's help. So it's really important that we can help raise money for the center in any way that we can.
Marley helped create the design for this year's t-shirt for the event. The Madison Area Children's Dyslexia Center is currently holding virtual Zoom teaching sessions. Members of the Pregnancy Helpline in Madison are making sure families with babies have access to the resources they need during the pandemic. Representatives from the group hosted a giveaway event in their parking lot ahead of their reopening. While under the Safer at Home order, the nonprofit has accumulated a big backlog of strollers, high chairs, and other baby items. Organizers say since they, like many places, have been closed for weeks, they know people are in need of those items as soon as possible.
Families have been really grateful. We've even had a woman come from out of town to come and get some baby items that she was in need of, and people seem really appreciative.
Pregnancy Helpline typically opens their sharing center twice a week and has been serving the Madison community for more than 35 years. They hope to reopen in a few weeks and encourage families to check their Facebook page for more information. A couple in Waunakee is celebrating their 70th anniversary today. Family, friends, and neighbors surprised Art and Phyllis Hellenbrand with a car parade right outside their home. The couple says they were excited to see so many people join them in commemorating their big day, and they had some advice to share.
We're happy together and enjoy yourself.
Family members say today's weather was quite different from the pair's wedding day in 1950 when it snowed, and they say they're happy for the change. Art, who's 93, and Phyllis, who's 89, have 4 children who say it's their dedication and commitment to love that's kept their parents together for so long. Coming up on News 3 Now at 6, we'll show you one sporting competition still on this weekend in Wisconsin and the lengths organizers are taking to make it happen. Plus, scattered showers and possible flooding on the way. Dana has your first warn forecast next.
wanted my hepatitis C gone.
I put off treating mine.
Epclusa treats all main types of chronic hep C. Whatever your type, Epclusa could be your kind of cure.
I just found out about mine.
I knew for years. Epclusa has a 98% overall cure rate.
I had no symptoms of hepatitis C.
Mine caused liver damage.
Epclusa is only one pill, once a day, taken with or without food for 12 weeks. Before starting Epclusa, your doctor will test if you have had hepatitis B, which may flare up and could cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you have had hepatitis B, other liver or kidney problems, HIV or other medical conditions, and all medicines you take, including herbal supplements. Taking amiodarone with Epclusa may cause a serious slowing of your heart rate. Common side effects include headache and tiredness. Ask your doctor today if Epclusa is your kind of cure.
To our Pick and Save associates, for the long hours and late nights, for the miles traveled and the shelves restocked, for making a difference in our customers' lives, for doing so much more than your job. Everyone at the Kroger family of brands and our customers say thank you. In a time when daily life feels a bit uncertain, your hard work is keeping America fed. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
When America needed us to build, we built. Masks, ventilators, shields. When frontliners needed support, Ford dealers answered. And now we're open and ready to serve you. With exciting special offers and deals across the Ford lineup. Stop by a Ford dealership or go online. We've made it safer to shop, easier to buy. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 84 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2019 Ford vehicles.
Welcome back. COVID-19 has put most professional sports in the U.S. on pause for now, but one competition lends itself to complete isolation. The Bago Beatdown Walleye Tournament is still happening this weekend in Oshkosh. Anglers are in the spotlight in the head-to-head tournament series. The event's marketing manager says more than 2,100 live viewers have tuned in each day this week.
For better or worse, they started this up at a perfect time, that you can have 16 guys all spread out with the cameraman and still be able to do some sort of fishing competition and then making it live where people can watch. It's awesome.
Anglers say it's nice to be out on the water fishing, but they're also excited that everyone has something to watch on TV at home during the pandemic. Organizers say they're still following social distancing restrictions and having anglers meet at park and rides instead of boat landings. Let's get a look at your first warn weather with Dana Fulton. Some people out on the water this weekend might get a little wet in a few ways.
Yeah, probably not a great idea to be out on the water tomorrow, just because we are going to have some thunderstorm chances coming in along with the rain. So right now we're mostly cloudy. We don't really have any rain in southern Wisconsin just yet. It's still off to the west, but it is on the way. We're looking at mostly cloudy skies throughout the overnight. Our rain chances will start to creep in just after midnight. We are going to have some rounds of really heavy rain mixed in tonight and throughout the day tomorrow. Early Sunday morning, 8, 9 o'clock, we have scattered showers, and this is really going to be this picture throughout the day. Heavier rainfall expected mainly for areas east and south of Dane County, so we really could see our accumulation totals climb close to Milwaukee. Throughout the area, though, it's going to be quite a soaker of a day. This is early Monday morning. We still have rain coming down at 3, 4 o'clock. It starts to taper off by mid-morning, 11 noon. We have some heavier showers off to the northeast, but our cloudy sky slowly might clear a bit for Monday afternoon. Notice also, though, our breeze from the northeast. It's going to be very windy outside on Monday, even after the rain ends. Still not a very pleasant day. Rainfall totals right now have been landing anywhere from 1 inch to 2 inches. Some areas could see 1 inch or 2 1/4 inches in southern Wisconsin, but the highest totals still remain off to the east. That's where we're going to see the heaviest, most consistent rainfall. And as these thunderstorms start to trail each other, that's really where we could see some isolated heavy rain concerns and isolated flooding concerns. So a bit of a soaker coming through for tonight, Sunday and Monday morning. It's going to be very soggy outside. Maybe just a good idea to have some indoor plans for tomorrow. Our severe weather potential, thankfully, likely going to stay to the south. So even though we are looking at a very rainy day and the chance for some isolated flooding, those stronger thunderstorms should stay further south. So we have an alert day in the forecast for tonight and for Sunday. Since it is going to be so rainy outside. And our 6 to 10 day outlook, it does seem a little likely we could trend above average with more rain coming in. Temperatures tomorrow, along with the rain, are going to be cooler outside. We'll be in the upper 50s for afternoon highs, so dropping back about 10 degrees from where we were at today. For Monday, we'll have showers early in the day, but the rain will taper off. And then we might see a little bit of clearing later in the afternoon. It's just going to be very windy outside in the afternoon. The middle of the week will be dry and mostly sunny. It'll start a little bit of a warming trend also, temperatures creeping closer to 80, and by the end of the week we should be at 80 degrees. Now next weekend is Memorial Day weekend, and right now it does look like we have rain chances every single day, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. But we're going to get through this first round tomorrow, and the concern is still that isolated flooding threat we could see.
And at least we get a little break in the middle of that
Let
rain.
things dry up, exactly.
We get some 70s and 80s. That'll be good. Thank you so much, Dana. What will the relationship between Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love be like? We catch up with the QB1 next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The open road, the wind in your hair, the feeling of freedom that drives us to go out and discover. At Chevy, we're committed to getting you there with confidence and peace of mind. If you need a new Chevy, interest-free APR financing for 84 months on many of our most popular models. You may even shop online and take delivery at home where available. And when you do, your Chevy Clean dealers commit to using enhanced vehicle cleaning measures with CDC-approved cleansers, so you can find new roads with confidence.
We've got the power. The Power Centers of Madison. Our customer-focused sales team will help you find the right power equipment to fit your needs. Lawn and garden, tractors, zero-turns, lawn mowers, trimmers, chainsaws, commercial equipment, and more. We carry the name brands that you know and some that you need to know. As an added incentive, you can always find factory promotions at the Power Centers of Madison.
The way you get through hard times is to hold strong to your values. At Group Health Cooperative, our common values have sustained us for over 4 decades. Now is no different. We are here, in our clinics, but we want you to be safer at home. That's why GHC has more ways for you to get care anywhere, anytime, day or night. Be seen, be safe, be home. We will get through this together, and we will all get better together.
These days, Social Security is denying more disability claims than ever. If you can't work, it can be harder to win benefits. I'm attorney Don Becker. Now more than ever, you need an experienced disability lawyer. For over 30 years, my firm has helped people win benefits. Disability law is all we do.
The Becker Law Office, 1-800-254-7766.
When it seems the world is changing every day, you need the latest breaking news quickly without sacrificing accuracy.
Trust News 3 Now as your local source for the latest facts to help keep you and your family safe.
News 3 Now, your local coronavirus headquarters.
Local restaurants are hoping for a busy 2 weeks ahead, offering special deals for the first ever restaurant week to go.
And some parts of the state could get up to 2 inches of rain by the end of the weekend. Join us Sunday at 6:30.
Well, Aaron Rodgers
Rodgers and the Packers are doing their jobs just like everyone else in the country right now. Zoom meetings with coaches and trying to get creative to stay in shape. Rodgers and head coach Matt LaFleur gave us their thoughts on a potpourri of topics yesterday for the first time since the NFL draft. Rodgers addressed first-round draft pick Jordan Love, admitting he was surprised by the pick, but doesn't plan on treating him any differently than backup quarterbacks of the past, saying he's still friends with the likes of Scott Tolzien and Brett Hundley and talks to them often.
You know, many of them are still really close friends. I've had great relationships over the years with those guys, and expect to have the same type of relationship with Jordan. He didn't get asked to be drafted by the Packers. There's nothing, he's not to blame at all. He's just coming in excited about his opportunity. We had a great conversation the day after the draft, and I'm excited to work with him. He seems like a really good kid with his good head on his shoulders. And
well, can you imagine baseball season with no high fives, no hugs, no chewing and spitting sunflower seeds? Well, that's what Major League Baseball is planning to do in its draft of a health and safety manual. Also on the list, processing upwards of 10,000 COVID-19 tests per week. Players not on the field and other team personnel would sit in the stands, maintaining a 6-foot distance. The league trying to get the season up and running by early July still. Well, some sad news tonight for the high school athletic community here in Wisconsin. Longtime Middleton athletic director Bob Jors passed away last night after a battle with pancreatic cancer. He spent the greater part of the last 25 years serving the Cardinals athletic department. His wife of 31 years, Cindy, wrote this online saying their family is heartbroken, but they are at peace because he is at peace. Bob Jors was 56 years old. Well, switching gears now, for tomorrow, NASCAR will return to the track for the first time in 10 weeks. Darlington Raceway in South Carolina getting ready for the first major sporting event since the COVID-19 outbreak, but it'll be different, maybe even a little weird. No infield tailgates, no fans in the grandstands, but it is sports. Cambridge native Matt Kenseth told us a few weeks ago that he hopes it'll bring some new fans to the sport, since it'll be literally, Amanda, the only sporting event on television tomorrow. So again, real life sports, no fans, but this is kind of our new reality that everyone's trying to work towards right now.
Yeah, and at least it gives us something new to watch too, because we're all tired of watching the same thing. We got something to watch. Thank you so much, Melissa.
Exactly.
All right, let's take one more look at weather.
So we have showers coming through tonight that's going to mix with some isolated thunderstorms also for Sunday. Localized flooding certainly possible on Sunday, as some areas will pick up 1 to 2 inches of rainfall. Areas east of Dane County could be in that 2 to 2.5 range, with the heaviest amounts close to Milwaukee. The rain comes to an end early Monday morning. Monday is going to be very windy outside with high temperatures in the low 60s. For the middle of the week, thankfully we get a dry break. Temperatures will steadily warm up Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And as we look ahead to Memorial Day weekend, there will be shower and thunderstorm chances for Saturday, Sunday, and stretching into Monday as well.
Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great night.